Well, first up, it's a big win for India and Indian diplomacy against when it comes to the 26/11 terror attack mastermind and plotter Tahabur Rana. The process of his extradition to India is expected to begin shortly. As per sources, what we are learning, that he is expected to reach India on a private plane owing to security concerns. There is a multi-agency team from India led by DIG rank officer who is in the United States to oversee the extradition process. And this comes after the US Supreme Court had rejected Rana's last plea against his extradition to India. This cleared way when it comes to the expedition of expediting when it comes to the process of extradition. Now, when it comes to India, what we are told that arrangements that are being made when it comes to Delhi's Tihar jail, where he is expected to be kept. This massive development comes after continuous efforts over the years that is now being seen to bring Tahabur Rana to India for plotting the 2008 Mumbai terror attack that claimed over 160 lives. The fight that has been going on for over a decade now, as Times Now also had with a word with one of the survivors there. And this is what they have to say as they are waiting justice, saying that now they are a step closer.
देविका, वी आर वन मोर स्टेप क्लोजर. तहाउर राना, जिसे एक की कॉन्स्पिरेटर के तौर पर देखा गया है, जिसने डेविड हेडली के साथ पूरी प्लानिंग का वो हिस्सा रहा है, उसको एक्स्ट्राडिट करके इंडिया लिया जाएगा. किस तरीके से आप इसे देखती हैं?
इस बात को सुनकर मुझे काफ़ी खुशी हुई है. मैं पहले तो अपनी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को और यूएस गवर्नमेंट को मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगी कि इस बात से ही हमारी इंडिया की बहुत बड़ी जीत है. तो मैं एक ही बात कहूँगी, तहूर राना को जल्द से जल्द भारत लाया जाए, तभी जाके मुझे पूरी खुशी मिलेगी और उससे जल्द से जल्द एक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिले कि वो आतंकवाद के खिलाफ वो सारी प्रूफ दें.
देविका, साथ में हमने देखा कि आप और मैं, कई लोग इस वक्त का इंतजार कर रहे थे जहाँ पर तहूर राना ने पुरजोर कोशिश लगा दी, यूएस के हर कोर्ट में जाकर याचिका दाखिल की, लेकिन अब यूएस के सुप्रीम कोर्ट से खारिज कर दिया गया है उसका लास्ट एप्लीकेशन, यानी और क्लोजर हो गया है वो भारत आने के.
यूएस से खारिज कर दिया गया है, इसलिए तो सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात हो गई है कि उसे जल्द से जल्द भारत लाया जाएगा. तो इस बात से बड़ी जीत हमारी कोई नहीं है कि हमें और आतंकवाद के खिलाफ सबूत मिलेगी. और पाकिस्तान में आज भी कहीं ना जाने कितने आतंकवाद बैठे हैं और उसके मन में क्या चल रहा है, क्या प्लानिंग चल रही है, वो हमें किसी को नहीं पता. शायद इसके आने से इंफॉर्मेशन और मिलेगी. 26/11 के टाइम पे इन्होंने क्या प्लानिंग किया था, कैसे किया था, ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी. मैं चाहती हूँ कि तहूर राना को लाने के बाद उस पर जल्द से जल्द कार्रवाई करके उसे फांसी की सजा दिया जाए.
Well, Bhavtosh and Srinjoy both connected with us right now. We'll be speaking both in the manner, in the way, Bhavtosh, when it comes to our investigative agencies have carried out the details of the charge sheet as well, a watertight case, and how multiple appeals that was made by Tahabur Rana in US courts failed. Bhavtosh, we're unable to hear you. We'll just correct that audio line with you. But Srinjoy, if I can take that question with you, diplomatically also speaking, how big it is a victory there for our diplomats as well who have been engaging with the US authorities, how the US authorities were on board when it comes to the extradition process to also be fast-tracked, and how early are we looking at as far as his return to India is concerned?
First of all, we've been trying for many years. It's been 15 years since 26/11 happened. And it has to be said that Rana did everything to stop India from getting him back. That's the most important thing, that he has tried and tried and tried and failed. Finally, at the Supreme Court, they have said no, he should be extradited. And it's entirely possible that he will be back here in about 48 hours. He may not be coming today, but he could well be here in about 48 to 72 hours. The important point to note is that we have stayed the course. We have kept at it. Again and again, we have tried and tried. And while there have been considerable delays, 15 years is a long time, but now there is light at the end of the tunnel, and Rana should be in India, as I said, in 48 to 72 hours. He may not be coming today, but we know that he will be coming. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after, but he certainly will. And then the entire process of interrogation, court cases, conviction, presumably punishment, all of that will happen.
All right. Bhavtosh is now connected with us. Bhavtosh, we can hear you now. The process of extradition, as Shanjoy said, not happening tonight, but eventually he will be brought back to India. What happens from here on as far as his custody is also concerned? Will he remain in the custody of the NIA? And as far as when it comes to Tihar jail, is it what we are saying that he will be kept upon once he returns to India?
Amita, there is a breaking news. Tahabur Rana will be brought back to India tomorrow morning by a special flight. We are breaking this news on Times Now. This has been confirmed to us by top sources in security agencies. So there were news which were in fact breaking on other channels that he will be brought to India today. But we have now got a confirmed information that Tahabur Rana, one of the masterminds of 2611, he will be brought to India tomorrow morning by a special flight. In fact, the paperwork will be completed in next few hours. He will be airborne, and then subsequently that flight will be landing in Delhi in technical area. Now, what has happened in this case is that the surrender warrant was signed by the Secretary of State on 15th of February, and then subsequently he had filed various pleas in the Supreme Court, and then on Monday the Supreme Court, led by the bench of Chief Justice, in fact rejected that. Then it was just a matter of few hours. NIA team reached there, and then they in fact submitted all the documents, and then by tomorrow morning, anywhere between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. that flight will land, and he will be produced before a special court via video link. That's very important because of security reasons. It will be a video link, and then it could be possible that he might be sent to judicial custody, or his police custody will be taken. But what is the big news here is that Tahabur Rana, one of the masterminds of 2611, will finally be brought to India tomorrow morning, and NIA will then seek his custody.
All right. So as far as when it comes to the custody of the NIA is also concerned, what are the other agencies that we are told that the team was in the United States to oversee the extradition process, Bhavtosh?
Well, as far as other agencies are concerned, the NIA team is led by officers from central agencies. Remember, he is a person who had, in fact, links with ISI, with Lashkar-e-Toiba, with Harkat-ul-Jihadi Islami. This has all been mentioned in the charge sheet that has been filed by NIA in 2011. It's been given a very detailed information has been given by NIA. So the small aircraft which had consisted of officers from NIA, because NIA is the lead federal probe agency as far as this case is concerned. Then you have officers from RNAW as well as from Harkat-ul-Jihad, officers from Intelligence Bureau who are accompanying them. This aircraft would be refueled in Europe, and then subsequently from Europe it will come to India. Amita, what is important as far as this case is concerned is that NIA court in Delhi in January had called, or it had in fact directed NIA and other agencies to ask for all documents to be submitted in Delhi court. So all trials that were going as far as 2611 is concerned, all these documents were then submitted in Delhi court. So everything pertaining to 2611 will be heard in a Delhi court. That hearing will take place through a video link, so public hearing will not happen. And as far as Tahabur Rana is concerned, we can tell our viewers that tomorrow morning, anywhere between 6 to 8 a.m., he will land in Delhi. Where he will land, it would probably be at the technical area, because he would not be landing at Delhi's international airport. And then subsequently, he will be produced before the court, and his custody, either his custody will be sought or he will be sent to judicial custody. It all will depend on the details of the US-India extradition treaty.
All right. Well, Nilesh is also connected with us, and he's joining us right outside where this cowardly terror attack was carried out. But another quick question to you, Bhavtosh, because as we are looking at the multi-agencies, will they also be seeking for his custody? Because when it comes to the terror attack that happened in Mumbai, actually, right in front of the Taj, where Nilesh is reporting live from, and what are, as we take a look at this, high profile when it comes to the mastermind is also concerned. We have seen right from netas or other hardcore criminals as well. How are the preparations happening at Tihar too?
As far as other agencies are concerned, remember when this case started, that was on 29th of November 2008. It was Mumbai Police Crime Branch and ATS that investigated this case. NIA came much later. It was by a special act that NIA was formed in 2009. The second case that NIA filed, or the first case that NIA filed, pertained to 2611. But David Headley Coleman was arrested in 2009. His questioning led to arrest of Tahabur Rana. So this other agencies might take his custody, but that will happen much later. India has already assured US that he will be first questioned by NIA. Then subsequently it could be Mumbai Police, but the NIA court in Delhi has already said that everything pertaining to this case will be held in Delhi, and India has assured US that as far as this case is concerned, everything to do with this case will be done legally. Right. He would not be tortured, and they have also assured US authorities that he would be kept under CCTV footage.
Well, that is how meticulous when it comes to the Indian justice and the courts will be looking at, and this is something that has been kept forth when it comes to the US courts, because there were back-to-back lies and also excuses that were peddled by Tahabur Rana to stop his extradition to India at any cost, but that has now failed. Now, when it comes to the revelations that have also been made, the findings which are part of the watertight case that was found by the Indian agencies, when it comes to the NIA charge sheet, let's put out that before we go across to Nilesh there, because he's standing right in front of the iconic Taj Hotel, where one of the attack areas was that very hotel back in 2008. Let's put out the findings there of the NIA charge sheet and the role that Tahabur Rana played. He provided a blueprint of the 2611 attack to the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the masters who were sitting across the border. He helped, when it comes to David Coleman Headley, open an immigration firm in Mumbai, and from there, when it comes to Headley, what is being said that he did recce, he did reconnaissance when it comes to the targets there in Mumbai. Now, when it comes to that very firm, Rana's office in Mumbai was used for terror activities, whether it comes to the planning, plotting, and also he was on the know of David Headley's meetings, what was being discussed, how the planning was taking place, and the knowledge of Pakistan's involvement, the deep state, that was also being said that he had full knowledge, and this is all part of the NIA charge sheet that built a watertight case against Tahabur Rana. It's been over a decade now. Let's go back and to Nilesh now, because he's connected with us right now in front of that iconic Taj Hotel, because this was in the background, the very place when it comes to the extent of the damage that was caused. Of course, there were other locations where the attack was carried out, but Taj Hotel, those pictures, you know, we still vividly remember when it comes to the Taj burning pictures, and they are still very fresh in our minds. The justice for the victims, they are still awaiting. However, they say that they are one step closer. Nilesh.
Well, yes, absolutely, and it is nearly 17 years now that the attack took place on this iconic Taj Palace Hotel, the place which has been center for the world. The tourists coming from all over the world has been attracted by the beauty of this place. However, those individuals who attacked, who reached out at this beautiful hotel, had given out a great mark of injury onto the hotel. However, history unfolded, and we all survived all of those the black spot that we had into the Taj Palace Hotel. However, this is coming a big development for Indian agencies, where the key conspirator is himself being nabbed by the agencies. Now, what we are picking up, that he will be brought into India by day or two. He will be kept either in Mumbai or Delhi. But at first, a special NIA team will be taking him into custody and will be interrogating him. Now, it is a significant point that multiple developments have been given out. I think
we'll talk about the investigative bit in just a short while from now. Nilesh is connected with us, and so are our other reporters, Bhavtosh, Pradeep Datta, and also Shrinjoy with us. We are currently joined by Major General Shashi Asthana, who is with us on the broadcast. So finally, we're looking at the extradition process that is now happening. Tahabur Rana eventually is now being brought back to India. And what we are learning, as far as high-profile sources also telling us, that it is more likely tomorrow morning that he will be brought back. We are one step closer when it comes to the justice for the victims of 2611 terror attacks. All right, Pradeep Datta is also connected with us. Pradeep, as we've been also speaking when it comes to the victims over there, the survivors rather, if we can call them, and when it comes to the victims, 166 one of them who lost their lives. It was not just when it comes to the citizens of the country, there were other individuals of different nationalities, and of course when it comes to the people there who were braving the terror assault. Now when it comes to such kind of details that are now coming in, there were several heart-wrenching stories of how many people who were affected because of this cowardly terror attack.
Yes, Amita, you are absolutely right. It will be some kind of a closure for all those people who survived and all those who lost their near and dear one because of this brutal attack that was carried by Lashkar-e-Toiba on 26/11, in which 166 people lost their lives and more than 300 were injured. And now Tahawur Rana will be brought back because it's a big success for the India, and it's also a big success for the Modi diplomacy, because many people had been questioning that what actually the Modi government had been doing all these years. And finally, one can see that how Modi diplomacy has finally worked, and this man will be brought back tomorrow. He'll be coming out of this place, and finally, after that, the investigation will further take place, and he will be questioned in this regard, because he was a man who was not only knowing about the plot because he was in touch with Pakistan's inter-service intelligence, and also he was the one who provided shelter to David Coleman Headley in India, where from he could do the recce of that 3 or 4 places, finally where the attack was carried out. So this is a big success, because you rightly said, no one is really going to forget that picture of the fire flares rising from that Taj building. And
absolutely,
also
still fresh in our memories there. Major General Sanjay Soy is also connected with us. Diplomatically, sir, big victory, and also when it comes to investigative agencies, how tirelessly they have worked to get this man back to India, as we are looking at the justice that will now follow for the survivors of 26/11.
Yeah, Amita, thanks a lot for taking my views. In fact, I would say it is a big victory for India, big victory for our diplomatic effort, big victory for our India and America relationships, because Trump, in his opening speech, when he met Modi, he had mentioned this, that we will be extraditing the terrorists. So both are fighting against terror. That is one point. Second thing is, they have been taking advantage of loopholes of democracy. That is a legal loophole. He has been trying to hoodwink and trying to delay his extradition as far as possible. However, I think it is our determination that he has to be brought to justice. He has to be brought to India. So it sends a message across the world that India does not leave things lying just like that. We don't leave the terrorists anywhere in the world. It is our effort to get them back and ensure justice is given. So that is one part. Second thing is that this is a message to the other terror organizations that you will not be safe anywhere in the world. With our relationship with other countries, you will be brought back to India and taken care of. So that is second part. Third part is, I think it is a good relief for the victims and the families of the people who lost their lives. So they will feel some sort of satisfaction. Fourthly, it will be a good gold mine for investigating agencies, because still, in spite of the fact that he was in the jail in USA and a lot of investigations were done, but our own NIA and our own investigation agencies will be
absolutely. The work that is commendable when it comes to, it's a long, tedious process that we have seen, but they eventually, he's now been brought back despite facing all the legal hurdles in the US courts. Thank you, sir, for your point of view. Colonel Singh is also connected with us. Colonel Singh, we have seen when it comes to, the excuses that had been going on part of Tahawur Rana, saying that he is a Pakistani Muslim origin, and he will be tortured if he is sent to India, the extradition process. If it happens, he had certain medical conditions as well. All of that didn't seem to work out at far, when it comes to the US courts. The US authorities also need to be talked about how India and US were on the same page when it comes to the extradition process being fast-tracked.
You see, at the world level, if he wants to eradicate terrorism from the world, then this kind of excuse will not work, that he is a Pakistani Muslim and he is this he can be sort of excused from the investigation and from the further proceedings. He is the most important culprit in the Bombay attack, because there are two parts of this type of attacks. One is the person who is committing this attack, and second, who is providing the facility of sort of a recce and other things. So Tahabur Rana had provided the complete recce and other supporting facilities to the terrorists. So he is equally sort of to be blamed, and it is a big victory for Indian system. I must say, national security of India, because this kind of attack affects the national security of the country, and by bringing Tahabur Rana, it will send a strong message to the world that Indian national security cannot be compromised by any elements. So I must congratulate all these people who have been working for bringing this back. And it's a good step. And
absolutely. No compromising when it comes to India's security there. Of course, this is the work that has now been done and put up by not just when it comes to the diplomatic efforts, but also when it comes to the investigative agencies as well. Colonel Singh, thank you very much for joining in. राम कदम जी भी हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पे जुड़ गए. राम कदम जी, वो दिन आ गया है. ताहवुर राना को भारत वापस लाया जा रहा है. कल सुबह बताया जा रहा है कि उसे वापस लाया जाएगा. किस तरीके का आप न्याय देखते हैं? 10 साल के ऊपर बीत गए हैं. The survivors are still waiting for justice.
देखिए, मोदी जी है तो इस देश में हर चीज मुमकिन है, और मोदी जी के एक आदर्श विदेश सफल राजनीति के कारण आज इतना खूंखार अपराधी आज भारत में लाने में भारत सरकार को आज सफलता मिली है. और ये पूरी तरह से जिस प्रकार से भारत का पूरे विश्व में एक विश्व गुरु करके जो स्थान प्राप्त हो रहा है भारत को आदरणीय मोदी जी के कारण, ये उसी का अंजाम है. पर इसके साथ साथ मुझे वो भी दिन याद आते हैं कि जिस समय कांग्रेस सरकार थी और कसाब को जेल में बिरयानी खिलाई जा रही थी. अगर हर भारतीय सोचे यदि इस जगह पर कांग्रेस की सरकार होती तो आज की घड़ी हम देख पाते? कतई नहीं. तो इसलिए यदि इच्छा हो, पॉलिटिकल विल हो, तो इस देश में हर चीज संभव है. ये 2014 के बाद 2024 तक 2025 तक देश का हर भारतीय देख रहा है. खैर, मुंबई पर हमला करने में मास्टरमाइंड ताहूर राना भारत में आना, ये एक अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी सफलता है, और ये केवल और केवल मोदी जी के कारण हो पा रहा है. मोदी जी है तो सब कुछ मुमकिन है.
तो राम कदम जी, आप बोलेंगे कि इस साल की शुरुआत में जब से प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने अपना नया रोल निभाया प्रेसिडेंसी का, और उस वक्त प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी भी जब खुद अमेरिका गए थे उनसे मिलने के लिए, तो एक तरीके से फास्ट ट्रैक किया गया इस केस को, क्योंकि ताहवुर राना का जो एक्स्ट्रेडिशन प्रोसेस है वो काफी लंबे समय से चलता हुआ आ रहा था. कई उसने बहाने किए थे यूएस कोर्ट्स में, लेकिन उसकी एक भी नहीं चली.
इस बात को हमें स्वीकार करना होगा कि मोदी जी की अपनी एक अलग छवि है. उनकी देश विदेश के विभिन्न बड़े नेताओं के साथ अपना एक व्यक्तिगत संबंध बनाया है, मित्रता का, और वह संबंध काम आता है. हम अब देखते हैं कि विदेश पर भी जाने के बाद लाखों की तादाद में लोग मोदी जी से मिलने आते हैं, मोदी जी को देखने सुनने आते हैं. विदेश के बड़े बड़े प्रेसिडेंट, प्रधानमंत्री प्रोटोकॉल तोड़कर एयरपोर्ट उन्हें छोड़ने या लेने आते हैं. कई प्रधानमंत्री झुक करके उनको नमन करते हैं, पांव पड़ते हैं. ये सारी जो चीजें हैं इस बात को दर्शाती है कि मोदी जी ने जो अपनी प्रतिभा, अपनी छवि पूरे देश विदेश के लोगों में एक अलग स्थान पर बनाई है. और वही कारण रहा, क्योंकि जिस प्रकार की जो इसमें अटकलें होती है समय लंबा करने की, वो सारी अटकलें केवल और केवल मोदी जी का अपना व्यक्तिगत संबंध
जी. तो एक तरीके से देखा जाए तो फास्ट ट्रैक कर दिया है. जिस तरह से अगर ये मीटिंग हुई और यूएस अथॉरिटीज ऑन बोर्ड आई और वहां पे जितनी अपील करी गई थी ताहवुर राना की तरफ से यूएस कोर्ट्स में, वो भी नहीं चली, उसे भी डिनाई कर दिया गया. राम कदम जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. द बीजेपी लीडर सेइंग दैट मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. लेट्स गेट इन अ वर्ड फ्रॉम मेजर जनरल अस्थाना हु इज कनेक्टेड विद अस राइट नाउ, बिकॉज डिप्लोमैटिकली also speaking, sir, it's a big victory not just when it comes to the efforts that have been put in, but also by the investigative agencies. How all of the agencies have been working together to bring back Tahabur Rana?
See, it is a joint effort by everybody, whether it is the political clout, whether it is the investigative agencies, whether it is the soft power. It's a big strength as far as soft power of India is concerned. That getting the terrorists back right from USA, despite all the legal hassles which have been posed in past. So that is one part of it. The second important thing is that it's a big statement for the terrorists and the potential terrorist, that wherever you are, in case you commit a crime in India, and a crime of a magnitude, which this guy did, you will be chased and you will be brought back to justice in India. Similarly, in addition to that, I must also say that in the recent past, we are also using our soft power as well as the covert power in a manner that many terrorists, whether it is the number of reduction of terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, or it is the case of, shall I say, there are a whole lot of terrorists in Pakistan being killed by unknown people.
Right, sir.
I think this is a new India. Now those unknown people... The
example that is now being given, if you commit a crime or a terror attack, India will hunt you down. Thank you very much, Major General Asthana, for joining us here on the broadcast. Tahavur Rana is now being brought back to India. That is top-place sources telling your Channel Times now. Most probably tomorrow morning, he will be now in India. We'll be getting you non-stop live updates only on Times Now.